everyone, my name is Dawn and I am the Busymomstitcher here on YouTube and Instagram. This is my first Flosstube video. I will be doing some introductions and showing you my WIPS. So a little bit about myself. I am a mom of twins, a boy and a girl who are 18. They will be graduating high school this year. I have a dog named Mr. Sparkles. He is a multi-poo, a boyfriend of 14 years. And we currently live in Illinois. So I started cross-stitching when I started cross-stitching in 2021. I decided to pick it up. I asked a friend if she knew something I could do with my hands. So I needed something to do with my hands. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do like crocheting and that, and she recommended cross-stitching. She said it would just be counting and putting X's in fabric. So I gave it a try. I did buy a small little kit, if I remember correctly. I didn't care for the kit as much, but I did try on that. And then I came upon YouTube and I came upon the Flosstubers and how you can just buy patterns, PDF patterns, and your floss and your fabric. Currently, I only stitch right now on 14 count. I have one project that I do have on an 18 count. I just started it last night. It is full coverage, so I'm giving that a try. But all of my projects that I'm going to show today are going to be on 14 count. I only like Ada. I have tried 28 count. I don't really care for the softer fabrics. I would rather I like my fabric to be stiff, so I stick really with the 14, and I have a hard time seeing, so I just prefer the 14 count over all of them actually. The 18 is not bad, and I think the only reason why I don't like 28 and 25 is because I don't want to actually count the extra hole that you have to count and go over. So that's a little bit about me. So why don't we go ahead and get into and a couple other things. So I also try to touch all of my projects once a month. Sometimes I don't get to all of them, but I try my hardest to do at least 100 stitches or more a day. And how I do that is I actually have a spinner that I spin every morning when I get up. So while my coffee is brewing, I'll spin the wheel, and that's the project that I'll work on for the first part of the day. So the first part of the day I do, I'll spin the wheel and I'll do that for 100 stitches or more. And then usually when I come home from work, I'll spin the wheel again and then pick another project. Currently, I do have a full-time job. I also have a part-time job, hence the Busymomstitcher. But I do try my hardest to stitch at least 2 projects a day, if I can. I do always have one project at work that I do during lunch hours. All right, so that was a little bit about me. So let's get started. I might look down because I have all this stuff in my iPad. I use Markup XP to mark up my cross stitch. I put everything in there. And I use GoodNotes. I have actually what do you want to, I don't know. I just went blank. Like a calendar, kind of that I use to keep track of all of my, how many stitches I've done for that day, and my WIPS and everything. In another video, I'll show all that too as well. So today I'm just going to show what I currently have. So let's get started. So I'm going to go to the oldest WIPS and then to the newest. So my oldest WIP is So She Did by It's So Emma by Lori Holt. It is on just a 14 count white Ada. This one I started in 2022. It looks like October 2022, and I'm not very far. I like to start projects and then I get bored with them, and then I have to find a new one. So excuse the wrinkleness because I didn't have time to iron or anything. I make almost all my project bags. So in this one, this is the project bag I made. It's a see-through one. I don't have the picture of the chart, but it is So She Did. It's So Emma by Lori Holt, and this is how far I am. So I've only gotten a little bit of the sewing machine and then that tomato. And this is on a 14 count, and I'm using all DMC called for floss. So I do a lot of DMC and a lot of DMC. I don't convert too much. There's a couple I have converted, but I haven't gotten strong with that. Oops, I didn't mean to zipper. Sorry about the zipper. I did unzip all these. All right, so my next project is the City Christmas 2 by Stitching with the Housewives. This is done on a 14 count white Aida using DMC floss. And this is what it'll look like when it's done. Sorry for the glare. There we go. And I'm almost done with this one, not quite. I got the house to do a little bit. The two houses actually, it looks like. And then Santa still. I got a couple of reindeers on there. These are little fun stitches. They are small, but I have a lot of big and small projects. Let me throw these down this way. My next one is Love Potion by Fat Quarter Shop. It is on a 14 count pink, and I'm using all the DMC floss colors, and I am just about done. I just have this little bit of the corner over here down to do, but it's looking very cute. And I'm using, it's in these plastic bags I get from Amazon. All right, my next one is called The Quilter, and it's by Flossbox. This is another project bag that I made. These were my first project bags, the first two that I have showed. This one is a little bit smaller, but I'm making them actually bigger now because I use cube snaps, and I want to be able to put my cube snaps in it. All right, so sorry about the crinkle. This is the pattern. It's very, very cute. I am almost done with this one. I think I have 2 more quilt blocks on the bottom to do, and then this one will actually be a finish. So I'm hoping by maybe April I'll have this one done. I did change, the only thing I have changed on this one is actually I changed the girl's hair color to a red to match mine. But that's the only thing I have changed. That is the Quilter. It's Santa Village by Country and Cottage Needlework. I am doing this on a 14 count Aida vintage taupe, and it is from Hobby Lobby that I picked up. This one is almost done, ready for a finish as well. And this one I'm also doing on with DMC floss. Let's take it out of the bag. Sorry about the... So I'm doing the Santa's house right now. I might redo all these again. When I first did this one, I thought I was gonna just put them on like little stands by themselves, but I'm kind of liking, I've seen, oh, this one has a thread, so sorry. I'm liking how they're all together, so I might redo these and do them all together. But this is how far I've gotten. I think I have a tree to get done here, and then some stuff on the bottom down here, and then it will be complete. So hopefully maybe by April, maybe June, I'll have this one done. My next one is month to month June, you'll see a pattern here. I have a lot of Stitching with the Housewives. This is month to month June, Stitching with the Housewife. This is what it looks like. And I have all these in plastic protectors, so sorry for the glare. I am doing this as well as with DMC Call for Colors, and I'm doing this on a 14 count Malted Milk by Lori Holt. And I hope I'm not butchering anyone's name. And this is how far I am on this one. So I still have a lot to do on this one. I have the barn still to do. I still have to put the word June, and there's a couple more strawberry, but this is one of my favorite ones out of the month to month, just because of the strawberries. I think it's very, very pretty. Okay, excuse me, I'm gonna sneeze probably. All right, my next one is Honeybee Garden by Stitching with the Housewife. This is done on a 14 count Aida that I personally tie-dyed with blue jean Rit dye. This is the pattern. And I still have this in the Q-snap, but I don't, this is as far as it goes. So I'm not gonna take it out of the Q-snap just because of the fact that sometimes it's hard, when you have a lot of fabric, it's hard to keep putting them back on the way you like them. So this is where I am currently. And hopefully this isn't backwards when you see the lettering. I just realized that. Hopefully it's the right way. Hopefully you're seeing it the correct way. If not, I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that. All right. Okay, once again, sorry about the crinkly. All right, my next project is American the Beautiful by Stitching with the Housewife. This is done on a 14 count jean. It's tie-dye, or it's dyed by me. It's dyed blue jean is the dye name. So American the Beautiful. I started this in 2023. I haven't been saying that. I guess I probably should. This one I am doing, this one I am actually doing Classic Color Works. I am actually doing the Call for Classic Color Works on this one. And this is how far I've gotten. Just says America right now. This fabric, I know I dyed. It's a little hard for me to see sometimes, so I don't really push on this one too much. I'm not sure why I don't. That's done on a 14 count again. All right, my next one, so far all of them were in bags from Amazon. So my next project is Stars and Stripe 2 by Stitching with the Housewives. I have it done on this little cute bag that I made. I did embroider that on there, applicated on there, little cow. I'm not sure why I have it in the cow bag, but that's the bag I have it in. So this one's Stars and Stripes by Stitching with the Housewife. This one is the number 2. So I have done, the number 1 is finished, and now I'm on number 2. And I do have each of these on the same fabric. And this one I am doing, actually this one I'm doing, I did a conversion of some color and cotton and a couple of classic, the Classic Color Works on it. So I do have color and cotton and Classic Color Works. So this is where I'm at right now. And this fabric is 14 count, tea dyed by me. And this is the other one. This is the number 1 that I did finish. I'm gonna finish them all first, I think, and then I'm going to put it on the houses that you can get from Paisley and Polka Dots. All right, so my next one is Autumn Love by Lori Holt. I'm using all DMC floss. This is done on a 14 count tea dye by me. It is in the Q snap. This is what it will look like after when it's finished. Oops, maybe not upside down. So I love all these colors. I can't wait to get to that house. I'm kind of excited about that. And this is how far I have gotten. So this is on a 14 count tea dye that I dyed myself. So I like to do whatever's in my Q snap first and then go on to, and then move my Q snap. And this is in a project that I actually just made. It's just in a cute little fall bag. The inside is just all yellow, and then that's the back. So this is about the size that I make right now when I have time in my spare time. There's not much of that sometimes. I am filming this on a Sunday, so hopefully I can get this up on a Monday, and I'm gonna hope that my schedules will always be that, where I record on Sundays and upload on Mondays. All right, so my next one is Adorable Christmas by Stitching with the Housewives. As you can see, I have a pattern, Stitching with the Housewives. So Adorable's Christmas. Sorry for the glare. So bad again. So again, this is in the Q snap. I don't really want to take it out too much, but I'm at the door right now. And this is all done on with DMC floss. Looks like I might have to grab a board or something behind it. Here's a piece of paper. All right. My next one is Farm Life, and this is by Little House Needleworks. It is done in a cow bag that I made with little polka dots in the side. So this is Farm Life. It's 14 count vintage country mocha. And I am using all the DMC floss. I'm hoping when I finish this, I'm gonna put it in a frame and give it to my son. He is a farmer. So I'm gonna hopefully put this in a frame for him. And this is all I've gotten so far. Is the barn and the sun. And it's on that vintage country mocha. I can't wait to get to the cows on that. All right. One basket done. I have a lot. Oh, whoops. Let's put that there. All right. So my next project is Halloween. I'm not going to say their name right. Goshetta Agogo. I hope that's right. If not, I'm so sorry. It's 14 count Ada. It's tea dyed by me again. I do have it still in the in my Q snaps. I am doing this as well as I'm doing this one with DMC floss too. I am actually not doing, I'm doing all these separate. So I'm not doing the big project one here like this. I'm going to do all these actually in little pillows. And I have started with the two witches up here. So I'm not doing the full, I'm not doing it together. I'm going to do it separate. And make little pillows to put in my jobo. So currently I have this much done. And again, this is on a 14 count Ada tea dye by me. All right, the next one is the Stitcher, and this is by Flossbox, sorry. Flossbox. And again, this one I changed, the only thing I have changed so far is the color of the girl's hair, and I changed it to red. Well, this one does look orange in the picture, but I think it's a brown colored floss. I am using DMC floss. It's on a 14 count vintage country mocha again. You'll notice that a lot of my stuff is on the vintage country mocha because I really like that fabric and I like the look of it, and I like the look that the white pops when the white pops out. So let's see if I can get this. There's everything just fell out of the bag. So this is the stitcher. All right, and my next one is Merry Christmas. It is by Owl Stitching House. It is done on a 14 count Touch of Gray by Witchell. This is using DMC floss. It's going to look like this. I had to actually frog this one out and restart it. But I started this in August of 2023. And I'm just right there, almost to a house. Not quite. As you can see, I attempt to do a lot of large projects. And then I just have a lot. But I like to start things and finish them. All right, the next one is my month to month December by Stitching with the Housewives. This again is done on a 14 count Malted Milk by Lori Holt. I'm using DMC floss. It will look like this when it's finished. And I actually bought the barn design from Paisley and Polka Dots. So once I get that finished, I will show you how I'm gonna do all these month to month. But this is what I am at currently. I think I just finished this reef up here. All right, my next one is Mary 3 by Plum Street Sampler. This is done on a 14 count Ada Beige by Charles Craft. I am using color and cotton on this. This one I did do my own conversion. So I did a color and cotton conversion of this. If you want to know my color and cotton conversion, just put a comment below and I'll give it to you. And this is how far I am on this one. So the floss is color and cotton. My next one is Welcome by the Cricket Collection. It is done on a 14 count Sapphire Blue dyed by me. And it's in this cute little bag that I made. Little owls. And then just a solid. In the back are the owls. All the other ones are either in Amazon bags or like a plastic bag. I guess I should have showed them. This one I'm using DMC floss, and I do have a thread, but I'm not very far on this one. This is as far as I've gotten. Let me maybe show you the picture. So that is the design. Welcome. And I'm just on the W, top of the W, and the water can. So a little progress. All right, the next one is the month to month January. Now this one this is my work, stitching at work. So it's gonna have a needle minder and some thread on it. This one I started in August as well. It is done on DMC. It's done on 14 count malted milk by Lori Holt. It will look like this when it's done. And it's in a plastic bag like this. These are really what a lot of my bags are right now. And there is where I am right now. I'm gonna finish up down here a little bit and then I'll move my Q snap. Sorry about the thing. I want to put it back in the bag. All right. My next one is Cottage of the Month by Country Cottage Needlework. It is September. This one is done on a 14 count 8 vintage taupe, and it's by I picked this one up at Hobby Lobby. They come in little, it's just this little artist, if I'm saying that right. I like these size because this size is actually perfect. I don't have to cut my fabric for these Cottage of the Months. This is the September. These apples are gorgeous. I actually worked on this the other day. I'm using the DMC floss. And this is how far I am so far. So actually I worked on this morning. So I just need to do the windows and the rest of the house over here. And then I have grass to do. And then this top border, it goes down the bottom as well. So hopefully I will have this one done by September, so I can put it up. And it's done in an Amazon bag. All right, my next one is my first full coverage project that I started in 2023. And this one is for my daughter. She likes The Nightmare Before Christmas. So I found this pattern. If you want to know, I'm not sure where I found it. I can give you the link if you guys need it, but it's A Nightmare Before Christmas. It is full coverage. It is in the Q snap still. I am using all the DMC floss. I do have threads hanging because I have them parked. And I am doing this on a 14 count gridded white Aida. And that's how far I am. This one, I really starting to like. I'm starting to like full coverages a little bit more. I just started another full coverage and I've only got 2 squares done, but I don't know. I just like the full coverage, I think. Can't wait for that one to get done. And it is done in my Nightmare Before Christmas bag that I made with all the DMC floss in it. It's got polka dots. We're just gonna set that one there because it'll make a lot of noise. All right, the next one is Evergreen by Fat Quarter Shop. It is done on 14 count vintage country mocha. Make sure there's no chart on it. This is what it will look like after it's complete. Sorry about the glare. I am doing all DMC floss. So I don't have an LNS near me at all. I don't even know where there might be one closest to me. I know there's Color and Cottons in St. Louis. That might be the closest one. But we don't have one. So I go to Joann's a lot and I just get DMC because it's just easier for me. And the cost. So I do have a budget. So DMC is a little bit cheaper. So but I do have a lot of Color and Cotton floss that I use. But this is Evergreen and this is how far I am. and it's in one of my famous bags, Ziploc bag. Most of them all were in one of them bags until just recently I bought some Amazon bags. My next one is Hello Spring, and it's by Shannon Christine. I am in her her monthly subscription group, so I get the monthly subscription, and this was one of them. So it's the Hello Spring. I'm not sure. I don't know if this one is on her website for purchase yet. And this is done on a 14 count I coffee tea dyed this one as well, and it's using DMC floss. And that is how far I am on that one. I just love how she does her colors. Like, I love how they change, and they're so bright. And this is done on, and this is in one of my bags, my Easter bag. And it's got polka dots in it. We're almost to the finish line. That was another basket. I have 2 more baskets. My next one is the Cottage of the Month by Cottage of the Month October, and this is by Country Cottage Needleworks. It is done on, again, the 14 count vintage taupe I purchased at Hobby Lobby. So all of them I use that same fabric, and I am using the DMC floss colors. I started this in September. So I have the house done. Oh, let me show you the picture first. Put it in order. Gotta put in order, right? All right. So this is the finished part. So it looks like I still have to get the trees and these pumpkins and down here done. I finally finished the house. I do have one little error on this one. I stitched way over too far. There's 2 stitches right there that is over too far. I'm probably just going to leave it. I don't know. I might stitch them out, but I haven't decided. But I have started on the tree. So hopefully by October, this one will be finished. All right, the next one is Halloween City by Groshetta Agogo. I really love her city out. I am doing this on a 14 count vintage country mocha. It is in the Q-snap. I am using all DMC floss. This is the, sorry for the glare. This is a lot. I applaud the YouTubers. So here I am. I have the tree done. This is the first section, and I'm starting to get into the houses. These are my favorite. Her cities, I just love them. And I think it's because it has so many different varieties that you can, you're changing your colors and you're doing a different motif. Just love, love, love it. And this is just in one of these bags that I got at Joann's. All right. My next one is Santa Sampler by Emily Call. This is done on a 14 count mist. It's by, it's another fabric I pick up at Hobby Lobby. So it's by Artiste. And it is this little guy, this little Santa. I thought he was so cute. I haven't got to him yet. I think I might have been, no, I don't think I started him. I love Christmas, so you probably have seen a lot of Christmas stuff. Christmas is my favorite holiday to decorate. But I am this far. I got like I was doing the tree down here. And I am using DMC floss on this one. All right, the next one is Autumn City by Groshetta Gogo. I hope I'm saying that right. If not, I apologize. It is also done on a 14 count vintage country mocha. It will look like this when I'm done. I should just take these out of the sleeve. And they do have a website or an Etsy shop. That's where I put most of mine. Mine are all PDFs. And sorry about the crinkle. It's in a Ziploc bag as well. I'm using all the DMC floss. And this is where I am right now. I'm still up the top. These mushrooms are adorable. So I use vintage country mocha a lot because I feel like the white really pops out when you use this type of fabric. Okay, we're just gonna leave that there so we don't make crinkles. My next one is Cottage of the Month November. It is by Country Cottage Needlework. It's done in the Amazon bag as well. It's also done on 14 count Ada vintage taupe. DMC floss, and this is where I am right now. It will look like that. I am on this tree right here, and that's how far I've gotten. And hopefully I hope the words aren't backwards. If they are, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that when I videotape next time. All right. And my next one is Santa Bought a Christmas Gift, and this is by Al Stitching House. It is done on a 14 count Ada Touch of Gray. DMC floss, call for floss. It will look like this. Okay, maybe I should take them out of the plastic. I keep them in the plastic so that, here's my note, so they just don't get wrinkled. Well, they're folded now, but so they don't tear anything. And I'm using DMC floss, and this is where I am right now. So I got a couple of reindeers done. I started on the roof of a house. String coming out. So this is what it'll look like when it's done. Spooky Spells. They are on Etsy as well. And this is how far I am. I started this border. Can take some time, that's for sure. I have the jar, part of the jar done. Lid done. All right, my next one is Trekking Along December by Stitching with the Housewives. It is done on a 14 count Ada chalkboard black. So this is what it'll look like when it's finished. This one I'm using color and cotton. I did my own conversion of color and cotton with this. And this is how far I am right now. That tree, you have to change it. It's 2 different greens. So it is weigh-in in September. It is on a 14 count vintage country mocha. I'm using color and cotton. This one I did a conversion of color and cotton. These are the colors that I picked out of color and cotton. It is done on a 14 count vintage country mocha by Zirquat. I did get the Way thing by Paisley and Polka Dots, and I colored mine gray. So hopefully, I have to still spray paint a couple pieces, so I'm waiting for it to get warmer before I finish it. And this is how far I am. I'm just on the top part of I haven't even started the Way thing yet. So that's September. If you want the conversion, I can give you the conversion of the color and cotton. But again, this is the color and cotton, that thread that I have chosen. My next one is Echoes of Trick or Treat, and this is by a Catherine Holman. It is a full coverage cross stitch that I have picked up. It is done on a 14 count Aida grid Aida that I have purchased on Amazon. This is what it will look like after I'm finished. And this is in another big bag. And I have some threads hanging. It's a big piece of fabric. I don't cut my fabrics because the last time I cut my fabric, I was short on a piece, and so I don't really cut too much off my fabrics anymore. But this is how far I am right now. Just up at the top left corner, and I do start most of my stitches at the left top corner. This is Christmas Village by Tiny Modest. It's done on a 14 count tea dye that I dyed with royal blue. It's in an Amazon bag. This has 4 parts to it, and I am currently at just the first part. You have to buy each chart separately. It's a fun little stitch. I'm using DMC floss, called for floss, and I'm currently at the little tree. The poor boy needs his eyes, but I do not like French knots, so I don't know what I'm gonna do without his eyes, because I try to avoid them. So we'll have to see, and I'm not sure if I'll do the back stitching either. We'll see. Then are the 2 stitches I don't really care for, or I've tried and they just never look right. So next up is Scarecrow Festival 1 by Stitching with the Housewives. It is done on a 14 count Aida toasted. This one I purchased at Hobby Lobby. It will look like this when it's done, and I do have the houses. I will be putting all of them on there. I'm doing my houses in gray and white instead of black. This one I did a conversion of color and cotton floss. So here's the color and cotton floss that I'll be using. And this is how far I am on this one. Halloween, it's Fat Quarter Shop. I don't know if this one it's an exclusive one. I forget. I think this one might have been a freebie. I'm not really sure. I only have half the picture, as you can see. It is done on a 14 count yellow tea dye that I dyed, and I'm only at the bat right now. So it has a bat tombstone. It says Happy Haunted and the moon, and then a cat and a pumpkin. Okay, so that's probably about my yellow. And I did it in a bag that I did. These are ones I did my first time. I did the vinyl. I like the ones, I kind of like the ones without the vinyl better that I make. My next one is Very Merry Christmas, and it is out of a catalog, the Christmas ornament catalog. So I really want to try to get some ornaments done this year, and I really want to have my own Christmas ornament tree, but I don't know if I'll get there. Let me cover up the chart here, but this is what it'll look like when it's finished. So this one is actually almost done. I just have some dots to do and the little ziggy signs. I'm doing all of these, this one on a 14 count black chalk, 14 count chalkboard black Ada using DMC floss. And there is where I'm at. So I just have some dots in here to go, and this little squirrely thing goes over here again, and then I will be completed with that. So hopefully at the end of this month or next, I will have this one done, depending on when I spin the wheel on this one. I haven't spent the wheel on this one yet this month. My next one is in the same magazine. It is called Be Jolly. It's by Jane Fate, I think that's how you say her name. It is also done on a 14 count chalkboard Ada. So that's what it's gonna look like when it's finished. Top of his hood. Now this one, I love the picture, but it's not my favorite to stitch. And I think the reason why is because I just don't like, I like to switch colors. Just this one, one light color, sometimes it's too much. But I know it's gonna look gorgeous when it's done. All right, my next one is Christmas City. It's by Groschetta A Go-Go again. I am using DMC floss, and this one is a vintage country mocha as well. This one I know there is a sale for it, but I'm not participating in the sale. But this is what it'll look like. I'm just still on the top part of on this one as well. And I'm using DMC floss, and this is done on 14 count Ada vintage country mocha. There's a sticker that's for my floss. Number came off of there, it looks like. All right, so this one I did do the border all the way down because I needed to make sure that this piece of fabric was gonna be big enough, and it is. So I just have the trees done on that. Okay, my next one is the Christmas Wonderland. It is a sale by Caterpillar. I am using the 14 count. This one I did get the kit, so it's a 14 count Ada. It's the colors that they provided, so it comes in like this. I don't have a picture of it, but I am this far on it, which it had 4 parts. I don't do too many sales because I can't keep up with them. I like to get the ones that are sales, but I just can't keep up. I just don't have time to do the sales. Maybe when I retire, I can do it, but right now I just don't have time to do sales, but I do buy the charts sometimes. My next one is Winter City, and it's by Groschetta A Go-Go again. This is done on a 14 count vintage mocha, and it is using DMC floss. So I do have a lot of these ones because I think they're just so pretty. Let me take this one out of the, just pull it down maybe. All right, so that is the winter one. Again, it's in my hoop. This one has a lot of white, so, but I'm getting there. I got some of the house to go done. The first house, at least. Then my next one is February Cottage of the Month. I started this on New Year's Eve. This was my New Year's Eve start. I don't do the 12 by 12 because we go out of town and we go to our friend's house on Christmas Eve, or New Year's Eve. So I don't want to travel with 12 cross stitch. Okay, that is not that bad. All right, so this is in my fabulous bag, Ziploc bag. It's done on a 14 count vintage taupe by Hobby Lobby again. This is what it'll look like when it's finished. I do have a special board. I have like 2 of these done and that's it. I have June and July's done. So I do have a special board that I put these on when they're done, and they are hung up in my kitchen. But this is as far as I got. Just at the top still. And I'm using DMC Call for Floss. My start was March Cottage of the Month. Since we were out of town, I started smaller projects so I could take just small projects with us. This is done again on 14 count vintage taupe by Hobby Lobby. It will look like this when it's done. This one I have a little bit more done on it. I am using DMC floss. And this is where I am right now. So I'm just about to start the house, or no, I'm gonna probably start the tree. And it's got sheeps on it, I believe. Yep, there's sheeps at the bottom. So super cute. Hopefully that focuses. All right, my next one is Mary Jewel Santa. It's by Emily Call. It is done on a 14 count Aida chalkboard black. I'm not going to show you the picture because it is actually the chart. It is DMC, I'm using DMC floss. So let me make sure because I have 2, yeah. So this is where I'm at so far. This is his face. So I still have to do some pink and then more of his beard. And then he has a suit, and then there's Candy Kings. It's a small little stitch. I'm going to make this into an ornament as well. And then on the same piece, I have another one. It's called Mary Jewel Snowman. So when you purchase this chart, I believe you get both of them, I think, if I'm correct. Maybe not. I don't know now. But it's by Emily Call, and she does have an Etsy shop. It's on 14 count Aida chalkboard black. And that is all I've gotten. I haven't even started the snowman. So since there's so many, I probably won't list any charts or anything, or where you can purchase them on this video, but I will probably do it on the next videos because there won't be so many. And then my next one is City Valentine's 2 by Stitching with the Housewife. It is in this cute little bag that I made. I did applique on it. I did this applique. And then inside is just a purple solid. I love to applique when I have the chance. And this is what it will look like, excuse me, when it's finished. Again, I do have the houses and I will be putting them on there. And this is where I am right now. And this I'm just doing on a 14 count white Aida. I believe that I just purchased at Hobby Lobby. And then on Super Bowl Sunday, my stitch for that day was Bunny Baker by Stitching with the Housewife. I'm trying to get more spring and summers. As you can see, I had a lot of Christmas and Halloween and fall. So I need to build on my Easter and springy kind of that one. So I thought I'd do this one. This is done on a 14 count it's on a 14 count that I dyed purple. And I do have this container that I will probably show you next time around, because I do have one of these done. I have the barn one done. So this is what it'll look like when it's finished. I believe this is, no, I think this is my last one. Thanks for sticking around. All right, so, and then this is dyed purple by me, and I'm just right there on the first bunny. And I did all this on Super Bowl night. All right, so that is all of my WIPS. So I'm planning on doing a video maybe every 2 weeks, maybe one. I'm just gonna see how it goes, how much stitching I get it done, before I decide to do another one. It might take me a while just to upload this. I don't know. But don't forget to subscribe, like the video, comment. I would love to read any comments you have. And just keep on stitching. Enjoy your stitching. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.